And now the kick is away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Jackson going to look to do it himself.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
It's 3rd down and 5.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, Murray buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Murray is not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. That's going to be caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He got 29 yards that time.
1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
It should be number 1, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep it back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Complete to Kenyon Drake.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going deep for Brown. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 33 yards that time.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 58. Come on. 58. Hey. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And where the time has expired on the 1st quarter. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Shotgun now from Murray. He's going to try and go deep again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
This time, Jackson will throw it. On the move to his left. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Out to his left. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown. 31 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
First down, Cardinals.
From the gun, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. Murray throwing complete there to Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Murray. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off near the 29, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
First and 10 at their own.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
The quick feet by Jackson. Accelerating, and off he goes.
That it?
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
put it mildly. That is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
All right, I need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe, his 2nd sack of the night. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Murray. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Pernell McPhee in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Andy Lee in.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow. Out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got Snead. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 10 more there and another first down. Jackson on a give to Dobbins. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's the Pro Bowler Chandler Jones who makes the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson.
28-yard line.
That'll be complete to Dobbins. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Isaiah Simmons there defensively.
Jackson's going to look to run it. And he's got room. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Intercepted by the Cardinals. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
on first down, Drake. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Pernell McPhee able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And it brings up third down.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
1 yard line.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. The end result, 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score.
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. That he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the gun, Murray. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cards use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now.
Makes the score Ravens 28. Cardinals 17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Rashard Lawrence gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long, eluding the pressure right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 23 yards the pickup there.
10 at the 24-yard line.
On first down, Dobbins. The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 2nd and 5 now. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Check out now. Hot. Deuce. 36. Watch twins. Showing it. Out.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right, looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do give 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Throwing on first down is Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Makes it.
We're in Baltimore. 3rd quarter action. 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray. And he's got his man on the out route.
And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Back now in Baltimore. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since. Again, they'll throw with Murray. And that will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. It's Murray. Fitzgerald on the slant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Murray to air it out again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack. Second down and goal. Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he'll go underneath here to Drake. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kenyon Drake, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Ravens 31, Cardinals 24.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From just inside the 20, short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
33-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Now the Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
A 57-yard attempt.
And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. That's into the hands of Gafford, complete. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
14.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
And a yard.
Murray now. This one complete to Gafford. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the Ravens' 20-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, and that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. Rico Gafford, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
2 yards to go.
To throw, Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of the football.
First down, Cardinals.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Murray again. This is great. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold. 3rd down here. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Murray and company going for it on fourth. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch it.
And got his man complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
44-yard line.
Check three.
Throwing now is Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
First and 10.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. Tucker's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And you know, in an era of cost-cutting and maximizing your roster, this is a club that does not skimp on special teams, and in these situations, it pays dividends.
And that's great vision by the organization. When the difference between winning or losing depends on who you have kicking the ball, would you rather have a street free agent out there or a solid pro like this? Answer's pretty evident to me.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Murray going to run play action with Drake and look to throw it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Murray, one final try. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.